What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back. Another video. Today, we're going to take a look at the newly announced Indiana Jones. Let's do it. That's right, guys. We're back. Hope you guys are excited for this one. Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. I am going to see it this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Super excited about that. Already got my tickets. RPX, giant screens, ridiculous sound systems, should rattle the seats. Should be pretty good. I'm excited about it. I haven't seen any trailers. I haven't seen any reviews. I haven't seen any commentary. I haven't seen anything about it. I'm going in as clear-headed as I can, and I'm just expecting an Indiana Jones film that is not the Crystal Skulls. If it's not that, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. But regardless of that, there's a figure that I should have bought years and years ago, the DX05, which would have been the Indiana Jones. But as time goes on, the price went crazy on it, and as the sculpts from Hot Toys got better and better and better, that one just kept looking more dated, and I just never got it. And I figured eventually we'll get an Indiana Jones figure from Hot Toys. I was just hoping. And here we have one. It's not exactly what I was thinking that we were going to get or hoping we were going to get. It may not be the only one we get. I don't know. It's just the first one they're going to show us. And I've got photos here provided by my friends over at Pop Collectibles. So if you want to pre-order this or any other figure, check them out. Link in the description below. But let's get into the photos of this guy on display at Secret Base in person. Let's roll. Here we go, guys. We've got the head sculpt. We're going to have quite a few close-up photos of this head sculpt. Now, Hot Toys historically does a very, very good job with older head sculpt, the wrinkles, the details, and they just seem to typically just absolutely nail this stuff. So let's kind of get into this. And some of these are extremely close, and maybe too close, honestly. But you can see the texture. How close you want to go? I can go super close. Yeah, you can see the extreme detail of this guy. It's a lot. And I'm just looking at the different proportions. I'm looking at, does it look like Harrison Ford? Like this angle, and keep in mind, this is the lighting that they have on display at Secret Base, and the lighting will completely change a person's face. All right, it will absolutely change the shape of their face, the width, the depth, narrow, all that kind of fun stuff. It'll change it. Like right there, I'm seeing it. But right there, that lighting, not so much. But this lighting right here looks pretty good, right? So I'm looking at the details of it. It looks like he's got a little 5 o'clock shadow going on. Not a whole lot, but a little bit there. Rolling eyeballs, so we're going to have posable eyes. We can have him look whatever direction we want him to look. And for a prototype, I think this looks pretty stinking good. And one thing I want to note, if I can get down here, real leather jacket. Look at the texture of that. No pleather, no synthetic. They're saying it's real leather. I'm pleased with that announcement from Hot Toys. But here we go. The pose, I don't know what I'm thinking about the pose of this figure, but we're not really here to critique a pose, but it's not my favorite. It's close, but I think it could have been tweaked and made a little better. But I digress. But here we go. We've got the arm back, and this is one thing I'm a little weary of is the wrist peg. I know it's a little blurry because of the focus on this shot, but you can see the wrist peg right there. That's just a problem of figures with shirts. I don't think I've ever had a button-down shirt character in the 6scale figure form that didn't have that issue, and that is a little unfortunate. I'm not sure exactly how you deal with that, other than you have super long arms on the jackets and shirts, and then that maybe look weird. So, you got some give and take. One thing I am noticing, if I can, check out the texture and the veins and everything going on in the neck, the way that light's bouncing off of it. So they even aged the neck. That's a nice touch from Hot Toys. I think they did a great job with this. The hat does not come off. It does appear. Looks like it's just set on there, kind of like the Doc Brown and Marty from Back to the Future 3 figures. I would have preferred a leather hat. I know that might be asking a lot, and it probably is asking a lot, but a leather hat to match the leather jacket. I mean, look at the texture and detail we've got on the jacket below, and then we got this plastic hat, or resin hat, whatever the hell it is. It lacks it's missing something for me on that one. But here it is on display. We've got Doc and Marty up top above him, and we've got this diorama base, which I think is pretty cool. I do. If you want the deluxe, you'll get that diorama base. That's Indiana Jones' Dial of Destiny. And then we got some other accessories there. But there's a close-up of it. I fully expect the paintwork on this display base to be pretty weak. Looks like it's got some red splotches and just different greens and yellows and browns and stuff going on it. I don't expect it to be all that awesome paint-wise, but I do like that we have a logo on there and it just flat out says Indiana Jones and iconic yellow gradient. Big fan of that altogether. Now we've got some pieces here. We've got what they would call a torch back in the day, a torch or a flashlight. We've got a rock, which has to do something. I imagine that has something to do with the display base. That's probably a piece that like fits in and covers something else. I'm just guessing here. I don't know. And then we've got I'm assuming the Dial of Destiny. I don't know. And then we get some hands. But yeah, two different. This is just a photo they've got of this guy. Check this out. Genuine leather jacket, shoes, and whip, but not a hat. Not a hat. Of course, collectors can't ever be perfectly happy with the release, and this is no different. So genuine leather jacket, shoes, and whip, which is pretty nice. And then I love this. Environmental base with 2 styles of display. They literally just like rotate the display. So technically you wouldn't have 4 because you could turn it 90 degrees or 45 degrees and then just do 4 versions of 45 degrees display. That's a marketing thing. 7 rolling eyeballs, fantastic. All right, we got this bag here with a bunch of tools in it. That's pretty cool. I hope none of that stuff actually comes out of it because I just don't want to mess with it. But the canvas bag looks pretty cool. Kind of dig that. Display base, not a whole lot of hands, which is fine because I don't think anybody's going to display anything but him holding the whip. The real leather shoes. Got some nice detail going on with that. I mean, this is something I'm excited about, guys. I really am. I mean, look at this leather jacket. Let's zoom in here. Look at this. Look at this leather jacket. Dude. I hate 6-scale zippers, just to be honest with you guys. And we're going to have one of those. I would much rather that be like Velcro. But the texture, patina on this jacket is pretty sick. The shirt looks clean. I'm not sure if it should. Haven't seen the film, obviously. The pants look clean. Too soon to tell. But right there, it looks pretty good. I am a little concerned. It being real leather, I guess you don't have to worry too much about the flaking or whatever. But here's that wrist peg again. Look at that guy. It's so obvious back there. Not a whole lot you can do with that, but it is what it is, right? Looks great on display. Here's another close-up of the diorama base, and here's your leather shoes for those that are super into that. It's got a nice weathering and patina going on with those guys. That's cool. And then over here to the right on his left foot, you've got that support. I like that. I think that's a cool idea. Honestly, I think it's cool. The way you don't have like a waist grabber or crotch grabber. It's got this little thing comes up and just kind of wraps around the leg. I dig that. I think that's an interesting idea. That's a blurry photo from an action scene in the film. And I like that. I think it works pretty good. And it's something I would encourage people using. I think it looks pretty good. All of this to say, it looks like a pretty good release from Hot Toys. You can get the regular, which is fine, or you can get the deluxe. The deluxe is going to come with this giant diorama base. I think the diorama base is cool. Generally, I get the deluxes anyways for review purposes, but for you, it would be less cool, I think, if it didn't have his name on it. I think that's a cool touch. For me, I think that's good enough reason to go ahead and pick this guy up. Like I said, if you want to pre-order this or any other figure, check out Pop Collectibles in the link description below. If you would like to support the channel, hit the thumbs up button, comment down below. Comments YouTube likes that kind of thing, honestly. And subscribe if you haven't done that. As always, collect what you like. See you next time.